वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्।
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न तूने हमें पैदा किया, पालन कर रहा है तू, तेरा ही दर्द ध्यान हम दुखियों के कष्ट हरता तू।
तेरा महान तेज है छाया हुआ सभी स्थान में, सृष्टि की वस्तु वस्तु में तू हो रहा विद्यमान है।
तेरा ही दर्द ध्यान हम मांगते तेरी दया, ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्।
तूने हमें पैदा किया, पालन कर रहा है तू, तेरा तेरा ही धरते ध्यान हम, दुखियों के कष्ट हरता तू।
तेरा महान तेज है छाया हुआ सभी सार में, सृष्टि की वस्तु वस्तु में तू हो रहा विद्यमान है।
तेरा ही धरते ध्यान हम, मांगते तेरी दया। ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला।
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना। भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना। अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
भगवान मेरी
चले हनुमान यहाँ आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। चले हनुमान यहाँ आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। धून मचाए ऐसी धून मचाए, धून मचाए ऐसी धून मचाए। सुनकर आए रघुराए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। सुनकर आए रघुराए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। चले हनुमान यहाँ आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। गंगा जी आए, जमुना जी आए। गंगा जी आए, जमुना जी आए। त्रिवेणी संगम आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। त्रिवेणी संगम आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। चले हनुमान यहाँ आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। जनों के घर पावन कर, भक्त जनों के घर पावन कर, आए आए रघुराए श्री राम जी की धून मचाए, आए आए रघुराए श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। पालनहार हो, हे दया मैं आप ही संसार के आधार हो। जन्मदाता आप ही, माता पिता भगवान हो। जन्मदाता आप ही, माता पिता भगवान हो। सर्व सुख दाता सखा, सर्व सुख दाता सखा, दाता हो तन मन प्राण हो। हे दया मैं आप ही संसार के आधार हो। उपकार का हम ऋण चुका सकते नहीं। आपके उपकार का हम ऋण चुका सकते नहीं। बिन कृपा के शांति सुख का, बिन कृपा के शांति सुख का सार पा सकते नहीं। हे दया मैं आप ही संसार के आधार हो। हे दया मैं आप ही संसार के आधार हो। दीजिए वो मति बने हम, सद्गुणी संसार में मन हो मंजुल धर्म में, मन हो मंजुल धर्म में तन लगे उपकार में। हे दया मैं आप ही संसार के आधार हो। हे दया संसार के आधार हो। आप ही किरदार हो, हम सबके पालनहार हो। हे दया मैं आप ही संसार के आधार हो। हे दया मैं आप ही संसार के आधार। जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
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 जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ। जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ। जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ। जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ। जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ। जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
जय अम्बे भवानी जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ 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 जय जय अम्बे भवानी जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ 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 जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ
Attempt to intensify our love for Krishna and to strengthen our relationship with him, we solemnly pledge that regardless of the conditions facing us, favorable or unfavorable, we shall continue to echo our hailing cries to him. कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे, लताओं में ब्रज की गुजारा करेंगे. We will pass our days among the creepers of Braj, only to ensure our constant companionship with him. For those of us who are far away from Braj, we must remember, kahin to milenge wo baake bihari, that Krishna can be found anywhere. Unhi ke charan chit lagaya karenge. Let's therefore fix our thoughts firmly to his wonderful feet. If we establish a mandir of love in our hearts for him, then wahi unko jhula jhulaya karenge. He will certainly permit us to rock and play with him. Jo रूठेंगे हमसे वो बांके बिहारी, चरण पड़ उन्हें हम मनाया करेंगे. If Krishna should for one or more reasons become angry with us, then we shall grab his feet and never allow him to leave.
कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे, कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे, लताओं में ब्रज की गुजारा करेंगे, लताओं में ब्रज की गुजारा करेंगे। कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे, कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे। कहीं तो मिलेंगे वो बांके बिहारी, उन्हीं के चरण चित लगाया करेंगे, बना करके हृदय में हम प्रेम मंदिर, वही उनको झूला झुलाया करेंगे,
उनको झूला झुलाया करेंगे।
कन्हैया 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 पुकारा करेंगे, कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे। हम बिठावेंगे आँखों में दिल में,
उन्हीं हम बिठावेंगे आँखों में दिल में,
उन्हीं से सदा लगाया करेंगे,
उन्हीं से सदा लगाया करेंगे।
जो रूठेंगे हमसे वो बांके बिहारी,
रूठेंगे हमसे वो बांके बिहारी,
चरण पर उन्हें हम मनाया करेंगे,
चरण पर उन्हें हम मनाया करेंगे।
कन्हैया 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 पुकारा करेंगे, कन्हैया
कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे।
लताओं में ब्रज की गुजारा करेंगे, लताओं में ब्रज की गुजारा करेंगे। कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे, कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे, कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा
करेंगे, कन्हैया कन्हैया पुकारा करेंगे, कन्हैया कन्हैया।
कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कोई समझे कोई समझे कोई समझे भक्त सुजान राम नित कृपा करते हैं, राम नित कृपा करते हैं। कभी कोमल हाथ प्रभु का, कभी बोझल हाथ प्रभु का, कभी को
Om pratasmarami hridhi samspharadhatmatattvam Satchit sukham paramaham sagatim turiyam Yat swapna jagarat sushuptimavaiti nityam Tad brahma nishkalamaham nacha bhuta sangha Harihi Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum. Sitaram. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, my dear brothers and sisters. This is your friend and brother, Acharya Arun Gossai, coming to you live from New York City on another segment of Avenues to Peace. A program, my dear friends, where we analyze the various means, the various methodologies, the various formulas of how to find this everlasting peace that we're looking for in life. No creature in this world wants temporary peace. As a matter of fact, in everything that we do, we are looking for peace. We get into friendships, we get into relationships looking for happiness. Isn't that true? Looking for peace. You have children, looking for peace. You get to school, get jobs for peace. But the question is, my dear brothers and sisters, that we ask ourselves live today is, how many of us are really living in peace, even though we've achieved all of this? And here's the other question. How many of us are stuck in the turmoils, the ups and downs of life, because that peace that is so natural to us remains undiscovered, like the beautiful pearls remain undiscovered on the ocean bottom? So these are the questions and many more that we address on this program, my dear brothers and sisters. And I'd like to especially thank Roshan ji, Ashti ji, Pooja ji for allowing this program to be live on the air and also Facebook Live. Thank you for all that you do, and may God bless you. And from wherever you're listening from in the world, my dear brothers and sisters, live, special blessings from God to you on this beautiful day. Today, my dear brothers and sisters, we'll analyze a beautiful song like I like to do from time to time. And our wonderful bhajans, our wonderful, what we call Manav Sandesh, these wonderful songs that have messages for mankind, teach us where we've been, where we are, and where we are going. And it is only until, my dear brothers and sisters, that we know where we are in life or what the state of this world is. It is only unless and until we understand that we can move forward or adjust our lives accordingly. So there's a beautiful song, and it is not really a bhajan, it is a Manav Sandesh. You know, our bhajans are songs that we sing in the temple. They are of two types. One is bhajan. Bhajan means bhaj, to seek the Lord. And we will sing the names of God, and we will sing the various beautiful qualities of Bhagavan. But then there's another type of song that we sing in the temples, and they're called Manav Sandesh. Manav means mankind, and Sandesh means messages. So these messages for mankind, when explained, we really know where we stand in this world and how we go forward in the realm of peace. And one of my favorite Manav Sandesh, my dear brothers and sisters, comes in the form of this song that is very familiar. And today we shall explore it very carefully to see if we fall into these categories. And if we do, how to get out of them. So the song says, देख तेरे संसार की हालत क्या हो गए भगवान, कितना बदल गया इंसान, कितना बदल गया इंसान. सूरज न बदला, चांद न बदला, न बदला रे आसमान, कितना बदल गया इंसान, कितना बदल गया इंसान. So the poet here says right off the bat, my dear brothers and sisters, देख तेरे संसार की हालत. Look at the halat. Look at the condition of this samsar. Look at the condition of this world. What is the condition? Kya ho gaye Bhagavan? What has happened? Kitna badal gaya insan. Mankind has changed tremendously. Now, he's not talking about the physical changes of mankind throughout, I would say, the Darwin's theory of evolution, from the apes to the Neanderthals to man as we know today. I don't think the poet is talking about that change. The poet, my dear brothers and sisters, is talking about the changes in the mind. Sometimes in our lives, we reflect on our ancestors, especially those who came to Guyana from India, Guyana to Trinidad, Fiji, or South Africa, Kenya. And we see the lives that they live, very simple lives, but very effective lives, my dear brothers and sisters. They did not really clamor for too much gold and homes and recognition. But for them, preservation of what they would have studied in India, preservation of culture, of religion, of education, and ensuring that the world around them in that new world would have followed suit, that was their primary goal. But what has happened? Kitna badal gaya insan. Mankind has changed. And how did mankind change? We'll see. But before we get into the change, we see what has not changed. And what has not changed? Suraj na badala, chand na badala re asman. The word badala means badalna. Badalna is a verb in Hindi which means changes. So Suraj na badala. The sun has not changed. You know how long that sun has been burning? The sun has been burning for millions upon millions of years. The moon has not changed. The moon has also been there, rising in the east every night, setting in the west in the morning. That has not changed for as long as Earth, close to as long as Earth has been around. Na badala re asaman, and space, gagan, the space and air that we breathe has not changed either. So these are things that are natural, my dear brothers and sisters, but they have not changed. But kitna badal gaya insan, mankind has changed. How has mankind changed? Aya same bada bedanga, aaj aadmi badal phanga. I same bada bedanga. We have all become part of this riot called life. And what is a riot, my dear brothers and sisters? When a group of people with false values go about the world looting and plundering and causing chaos. That is a riot. How has mankind changed? Mankind has changed, my dear brothers and sisters. Why? From a simple mindset, they have gone on to a mindset of greed, what is called stemming from moha, delusion, greed, infatuation with this world, this temporary world. They hold on to it, and by hook or by crook, they go about trying to acquire all sorts of things, legally, illegally. Aaye sabe bada bedanga. Many citizens of this world have changed from peaceful beings to being part of the mob mentality, which is the riot. Aaj aadmi bana lafanga. And today's person, Aaj aadmi means today's citizen of the world, today's human, has not become a giver, but today's human being has only become a taker in life. Taking. The word lafanga means loafer. And a loafer simply takes, and never gives, never assists, my dear brothers and sisters. So in this way, we see mankind has changed. Mankind has become part of a riot. By hook or by crook, they have actually went into the world looking for all sorts of things that they can grab and take for theirs and their own self, forgetting that giving in this world will give us punya. And the word punya, for those of you who are Vedantic students, punya means merits. When you give, when you're a giver in life, again, when you look out for the best interest of all, what happens is you gain punya. And those are the things that you take with you to the afterlife that will guarantee a good, comfortable birth in the hereafter. Don't we ever wonder why, some unfortunate citizens of the world, what we call lesser fortunate, that we try to help, of course. Sometimes I went to India and I saw these poor children that didn't have limbs and eyes, and I wondered how God could be so cruel. But then, after careful analysis, you realize that this is not the only birth. And we as human beings now are not seeing the full picture. Therefore, according to the laws of karma, people are born in this life based on what they've done in the past lives. Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Arjuna only remembers this life, but the Lord remembers every single life for Arjuna, him and everybody in the world. So in this way, if we just simply live for us and we never give, chances are we'll not gain the necessary punya or merits to move on to a good place in the hereafter, because all of us have to be born again. Especially when you look at the laws of thermodynamics in physics, you see the first law says energy can neither be created nor destroyed. And this is my favorite part of the science of physics, because it goes hand in hand with what we teach in Hinduism. That deep within us, there is Jivatma. And Jivatma gives us our personalities. And it is where all of your punya, merits, and pap, sin are kept. When you do good, you gain punya. When we do bad, when we only take from the world, and we do things illegally in life, what happens? Pap is received. But the key is, if you cultivate more punya, do more good in life, you shall indeed reach a positive, beautiful hereafter. Kahi pe jhagada, kahi pe danga. And what else happens in addition to people taking and rioting in this world? There's only jagada and danga. There's only fight and quarrel. Ramayana says very beautifully, my dear brothers and sisters, if you want to be sajjan, sajjan means a good person, never engage in quarrel. You know why? Because chances are the person you're quarreling with will never understand, and it will only fuel the fire of hate even more. Fighting, quarreling, and all of these things are a tremendous waste of energy. Instead, my dear brothers and sisters, why not respond to the situation? Wait until tempers cool down a little bit and have a civil discussion where people can actually change, where people can actually calm their minds and understand the situation properly. So in this way, my dear brothers and sisters, kahi pe jagada, kahi pe danga. One place they're quarreling, one place they're fighting. And this is the nature of the world. And we don't only see this in households, sad to say, especially during the time of pandemic, but we see this everywhere, where people are at each other's throats and they think that solutions can come out of such a thing. And why do they fight? Because usually for things that are not theirs, right? Wealth that they're coveting from others, or situations that cannot be helped. There's always a dispute over mainly material things. And this is how mankind has changed. Mankind has changed from being peaceful citizens of the world, content citizens as they were in Satyug. But as time went on, and greed and infatuation and coveting others' wealth and seeing what the Joneses, keeping up with the Joneses, and seeing the grass greener on the other side, where the grass is not greener. The grass is greener where you water it. My dear brothers and sisters, with seeing all the things of this world, people have become what we call materialistic and greed. And this is where all of the fight and quarrel has come from. So what is the solution for this, my dear brothers and sisters? The solution for this is simply to let the temperature cool down. Do not allow fight and quarrel to disturb you. As a matter of fact, the sane-minded person responds to life. And if you respond when people are calm, chances are you will come to a resolution, right? Na charaha nar hokar nanga. And we're dancing in this world naked. That's what the song says. Naked means, my dear brothers and sisters, in normal parlance, without clothes. But that's not what the poet means here. You see, these Manav Sandesh, these songs that we sing in temple, they are highly philosophical. So one has to use this as a metaphor. Nanga is a metaphor for not having the covering of values and noble thoughts. So if we go out in the world and you're just helter-skelter going out, tute-fute, very carelessly in this world, you are naked because you have no values. There's no protection for you. But if you go out into the world intelligent, my dear brothers and sisters, with values, with noble thoughts, you are fully well guarded against all of the negativities of life. Because you can be 100% good, but there's always something or someone out there, unfortunately, in this age of Kali Yuga, that is waiting to bring you down. So in this way, my dear brothers and sisters, guard yourselves. The positive mind, a strong mind, and a mind that is brave and courageous with noble thoughts. Okay, then the song says, Chal aur kapat ke haathon apna bech raha insan. So it says, with hypocrisy and with deceit, we are selling ourselves in this world. Hypocrisy means we're one thing in front of people, and behind the scenes, we're another thing. We have to be the same, have the same good heart behind closed doors and in public. Don't be a hypocrite. That's what the song says. This is how man has changed. And don't ever try to deceive anyone. Don't ever try to con anyone. And this is what we find in this world. People, especially in times of need, the best of people come to them and see how much they can gain. So in this way, my dear brothers and sisters, if we're going to go to somewhere good hereafter, if we're going to be devotees of God, we have to be genuine in life. Never deceive anyone. Serve genuinely, because at the end of the day, it is all we'll take with us to the hereafter. And don't wait until that time comes to find out for yourself. So this Manav Sandesh is actually a cry of concern for many citizens of this world who are good and whole. And it is up to all of us who, I would say, fit the bill of this song, where the poet is concerned about, to change today. And if we can change our lives for the better, responding more than reacting, being content with what we have, going back, reflecting to what the ancestors brought with them from Bharat, from India, and they were so content, helping the world, giving more than they take. I feel, my dear friends, that the poet, whoever wrote this song, would feel glad in his heart. And God will bless us as a result of that as well. So these songs, Manav Sandesh and more, that we have to read the meanings, my dear brothers and sisters. Nowadays, these bhajan books have all the meanings. I implore all of you to read them. And on this program, we'll go over from time to time a bhajan, a Manav Sandesh here and there to inspire our lives to be better. So God bless all of you. Special thank you again to Abhichuns Radio, Roshan ji, Ashti ji, and Pooja ji, the entire team, for allowing this program to be possible. Stay well, stay safe from wherever you're listening live in the world. This is your friend and brother, Acharya Arun Gossai, signing off for now. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। जय श्री कृष्ण।
श्याम प्राण प्यारे, ओ श्याम प्राण प्यारे, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना। ओ श्याम प्राण प्यारे, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना। गोकुल के चांद तारे, गोकुल के चांद तारे, बदली में छिप न जाना, बदली में छिप न जाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना। ओ श्याम प्राण प्यारे, तुम बिन वो नैन तारे, जीवन में है अंधेरा। तुम बिन वो नैन तारे, जीवन में है अंधेरा। तू रूठ कर चला है, उजड़ा है मन का डेरा। तेरे बिना ओ श्यामा, तेरे बिना ओ श्यामा, मेरा कहाँ ठिकाना, मेरा कहाँ ठिकाना। मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना। ओ श्याम प्राण प्यारे, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना। ओ श्याम प्राण प्यारे, आजा तेरी जुदाई मुझसे सही न जाए। आजा तेरी जुदाई मुझसे सही न जाए। जो दिल पे बीतते हैं मुख से कहीं न जाए। तन प्राण छोड़ देंगे, तन प्राण छोड़ देंगे, जो तुम न आए कान्हा, जो तुम न आए कान्हा। मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, ओ श्याम प्राण प्यारे, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, मुखड़ा जरा दिखाना, ओ श्याम प्राण प्यारे। चरणन की दासिया सब जीवन को ढूंढती है। चरणन की दासिया सब जीवन को ढूंढती है। आंसू भरी ये आंखें मोहन को ढूंढती है। रोना मना हुआ है, रोना मना हुआ है। जीने का एक बहाना, जीने का एक बहाना।